It's 8:30 in the morning on Monday, December 11th, 2023. This is just a few more weeks. Hold on, let me do the exact calculation. A week and a half, I guess, until winter solstice. Winter solstice is the shortest day of the year. The Earth is on an axial tilt compared with the sun, and as the Earth goes around the sun, that tilt remains pointing in the same direction, but when the Earth is on one side, the southern hemisphere is it's pointing towards the sun, and when it's on the other side, the northern hemisphere is pointing to the sun. And so we're about to the point in Earth's orbit where the southern hemisphere is kind of pointing towards the sun as much as it's ever gonna, right? And so that means in the northern hemisphere we get fewer hours of sunlight, and that's why we get shorter days. And summer solstice marks the official beginning of winter. This is when we start getting the coldest weather we're going to see here in East Texas, which in reality is an average of 55 degrees Fahrenheit with the occasional storm that blows through. If you look here, the frost has it's about 33, 34 degrees out right now. There's a nice breeze from the south east, very gentle breeze. Anyway, if you look, the grass here is actually really good. This is the easternmost part of the center third of the southern half of my field. And as you can tell, this spot gets quite a bit of shade from the woods to the east here, which have all lost their trees. Oh, look at that. The birds are passing by. The ducks, and I think those are ducks. No, they're geese. They are flying south for the winter, and I'll see them again in a few months as they fly back north for the spring. So, yeah. Anyway, so I noticed that the shade actually helped the grass to grow a little bit better. The sunlight plus the heat is just probably too much for most of the grass species. This grass species, I'm not really familiar with it. It's not ryegrass. It seems to have a thick blade. Let me just kind of pluck one out here so you can kind of see in detail what the blade looks like. Spear-like point, and there's like a ridge that goes down the center with a thick, and it's kind of thick. It's not soft like ryegrass is. So I do need to apologize to the cows. Hey cows, I'm sorry. I was supposed to moo you last night, but I did not. So I gave them 2 sections this morning. And there's this wonderful grass here. So if you look on the left side of these cows, you'll notice that they're a little bit hollow. Let's go look at the left side of yellow here. Yeah, a little bit hollow. Not much. They're a bit upset with me. I didn't hear too much complaining. I think one cow mooed at me when she saw me. So I was planning on moving the bulls into the pasture today. I was going to try to do it this morning, but my helper is not feeling well, so we'll try it this afternoon. And I have to measure out where exactly that's supposed to be. It's going to take 2 more wires to set up that section. I'm not going to do a crosswire. I'm not going to do daily moves. I'm just going to move them every 3.5 days. And oh, there's my doggy, Snowball. When I was setting up the fence, right about where that puppy's at, that's where we had a rabbit that just kind of sat there and watched me, and lazily jumped away as I walked along the wire set to set up the other crosswire. That's probably what he's smelling. Is that why he doesn't come to eat his food? He just finds rabbits and eats them? I don't know. I don't know. Hey there, Snowball. Good morning, little guy. Anyway, yeah, the rabbit was just like right there. and just kind of lazily jumped away as I walked along the wire to set up the crosswire, or to take the crosswire down so they can move to the new section. So that's kind of the story there. Couple of comments that I think I wanted to respond to in the video. One person says that if Yellow, I'll point to Yellow, she's right there. Hey there, you decided to say hi to me? I love how in this morning sunlight the shade is blue because it's coming from the sky. Anyway, so yeah, number Yellow, if I lost, get off me, down, off. You're not supposed to jump up on me. Okay, so if Yellow lost a lot of weight, she'd be fine. If 24 lost a lot of weight, where is she at? Oh, she's right, I think she's right behind Yellow, right there. If 24 lost a lot of weight, she'd die. That's probably true. And I do want 24 to go into winter with more weight on her bones. I'm told, I haven't made a direct observation myself, but I'm told, and this makes sense, that the fatter the cow is, the less heat they need to produce for winter. And so they don't need as much food. And but if they're skinny cows, they need to eat more food. So we have plenty of hay, so I'm not too concerned about that. And I'm not too concerned about plan B or C or D, or if I need to come up with a plan D to feed these cows and keep them alive. If I were running near capacity of what I think my field could bear, then I would get rid of 24. But as it is, mathematically at least, I think I have fewer cows than I'd like. I'd like to grow the herd as fast as possible. So my goal is to get it up to 50 cows in a couple of years, right? So I have 29 cows right now. 4 of them are bulls. And I think I'll get 22 calves this spring if I counted right. I think there's 3 heifers that are too young to breed. And so I get 22, that'll be 11 heifers, and those 11 heifers will take 2 years to breed back. But 11 plus 25, that means I'll have 36, and the next year I'll get maybe 12 or 13. 12 or 13 plus 36, yeah, gives me to 48, which is about 50. And then from there, I start culling the herd. I get rid of the cows I don't want to keep. I get rid of basically all the heifers that are born, unless I want to keep them or replace them. The problem with cows is it takes about 2 years for a heifer to come online, to start breeding. Why is the dog so interested in me? Are you hungry? Did you not know there's food out there? Or are you just so excited because you're not sweating? You're actually, the temperature's right. This is the temperature you feel the best at. Like, you're not even panting right now for the first time. Look at you, not like huffing and puffing. You're like, hey, it feels pretty good when the temperature matches my coat, you know? And you're just hoping it drops down to negative 20 when you'll be super happy. Yeah, that's probably what it is. He's super happy. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so in about 3 years, I'll start having to make decisions about which cows to keep and which ones to go. And also, in the next year or so, I need to make a decision about the bulls. I'm thinking of keeping the bulls that I have, at least 2 of them. The other 2 I'll get rid of some one way or the other, either sell them or harvest them. And then next year in March, I should be getting like 11 more bulls, right? And so I have to make a decision what to do with all those bulls, and I can't keep them all. I can't eat them all, so I'm gonna have to sell them. So if you want one of my unproven, probably doesn't taste very good bulls or steer, you know, you'll have to let me know so I can sell one to you, and I can set up a locker date too. And I can do grass fed or I can do grain fed, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. I will tell you one thing, just to be honest. The man who sold me these cows, I asked him and said, hey, do the Longhorns make good meat? And he said that he took a Longhorn calf, bull, and he neutered it, and then he fed it like he fed the Angus, and then he ate it, and he said it was not good. So the Longhorn calves, the pure Longhorn calves, or Piney Woods or whatever these guys are, do not taste good. Okay, so that's what he told me. Now, are any of these calves that I'm going to get pure Longhorn? No, they are all bred with a Beefmaster from my neighbor's property. There might, small, tiny chance that Blue's calf, where's Blue? Where'd Blue go? I know she's out here somewhere. Blue! I don't see her. Oh, she's down there. Yeah. That Blue's calf, who was a bull, he's about 2 years old now. So he might have bred some of the cows, right? His genealogy, though, is he's also, his sire is my neighbor's bull, the Beefmaster. So, so he's half Beefmaster. And so his calves would be 1/4 Beefmaster and whatever the mother was, right? So, so he's going to have 1/4 of the Blue in him. Is that Blue? I just can't see. Yeah, that's Blue. The sun is so bright. He's going to have 1/4 of the Blue, 1/4 of the Beefmaster, and then the other half will be whatever the cow was. So I'm not going to have any calves that are 100% Piney Woods. So anyway, I'm not trying to sell you right now. And I do want to taste. I do plan on doing an experiment where I keep 6 of the bulls and I neuter half of them. I leave the other half alone, and I grain feed 2 of them. I grain feed 4 of them. No, 2 of them. And then I harvest the grain-fed ones. I harvest the grass-fed ones. That's 4 bulls right there. And then I give another year to the other 2 and harvest them. So I can tell whether neutering makes a big difference, whether harvesting them 1 year or 2 year on grass, and then whether grain-fed is any different. So the idea is I harvest all of these. I take a similar cut of meat from all of them. I make 6 steaks, and I give them a taste. Probably ribeyes. I love a good ribeye steak. Because you can't really tell with the hamburger, you know. Let's see if I can find the bulls out here if they're still alive. Sometimes they wander around and say hi. So there's some pretty good grass in this section. It is not half bad. So for those of you wondering, we've had 3 years of drought. Okay, I've been doing this for about 3 years, right? So pretty much when I started, the drought started. The reason why I say that is because if you're looking at my fields and saying like, oh, rotational grazing, I don't know if it works at all. You know, this guy barely has any grass after 3 years of doing this. Yeah, 3 years of drought, bud. You know, so the fact that I've grass at all is just a huge blessing and boon. And I do believe that I'm doing better than my neighbors. And that's not me being proud. That's just when you look at my field and look at their field, I think there's a substantial objective difference. So that is where we're at. Ooh, look at that hole. What's living down there? All right, guys, have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.